Congratulations on the purchase of your e-flite Blade MCX. Soon you will be able to enjoy the fun and excitement of flying your very own RC helicopter, even if you've never flown one before. This video will walk you through some of the pre-flight steps illustrated in the manual. It is not intended as a replacement for the manual, so please read it thoroughly before you fly. For those with a Blade MCX ready to fly, before you start, you'll need to install 4 AA batteries in the transmitter and 4 AA batteries into the charger, and then charge the included LiPo battery pack using the special charger provided. It is important that you only charge the Blade MCX battery pack with the LiPo charger provided. Your battery pack is equipped with a special safety circuit that is only compatible with this charger. Attempting to charge the pack using any other charger could result in serious damage. Please familiarize yourself thoroughly with the charging instructions and safety information outlined in the manual before you charge the battery pack. The end cap of the battery has been specifically designed to allow the battery to slide into the slot easily one way, usually with the label on the battery facing outward, to prevent reverse polarity connection. However, please be sure to check for proper alignment and polarity before proceeding to the next step. Gently press the battery and its connector into the charge jack connector located at the bottom of the slot on the charger. When the battery is properly connected and charging normally, the LED on the charger will shine solid red, indicating charging has begun. As the battery nears full charge, the LED light will begin to blink. When the battery is fully charged, the LED light will blink approximately every 20 seconds or go out entirely. The LiPo battery included with your Blade MCX will arrive partially charged. For this reason, the initial charge may only take 15 to 20 minutes. Once the LiPo battery has been fully charged, it's ready to be installed in the helicopter. Install the battery in the helicopter by sliding it into the battery mounting support slots, just below the main gears. Slide the battery into the slots with the label facing downward and the connector oriented toward the back of the helicopter. Be sure to slide the battery into the slots until the end cap of the battery comes into contact with the rear battery support. This will allow you to achieve the correct center of gravity for the best overall flight performance. However, also be sure that the battery is not pushed far enough forward that it will make contact with the servo gears, as this could cause damage to the gears and a potential crash. Once the battery is installed, turn on the transmitter with the throttle stick and the throttle trim lever in the lowest positions. Connect the battery pack. The flashing LED indicator on the 5-in-1 unit will go solid red when the arming and initialization process is complete. If you do not get a solid red indication with the transmitter on and the throttle and throttle trim in the lowest position, disconnect the battery and consult the manual. For those who purchased a bind and fly MCX, you will need to program the receiver of the 5-in-1 control unit to recognize your transmitter. This process is called binding. It will be necessary for you to bind your chosen DSM-2 technology-equipped transmitter to the receiver in the 5-in-1 for proper operation. For compatible transmitters, please visit www.bindandfly.com. To begin binding, confirm the process of entering the bind mode for your chosen transmitter by reviewing the instruction manual included with the transmitter. Make sure the flight battery is disconnected from the 5-in-1 unit and the transmitter is turned off. Binding begins when you connect the flight battery to the MCX. Wait 5 seconds. The LED on the MCX will begin flashing, indicating the heli is ready to be bound. Put your transmitter into bind mode, and within seconds, you should have full control of your Blade MCX. Once you have tested the controls as outlined in the instruction manual, you are ready to fly. The Blade MCX is designed for indoor flight only. For your first flights, you want to select an open area that is free of people and obstructions. We recommend an indoor area with at least 10 feet by 10 feet of floor space and at least 8-foot high ceilings. It is recommended that you only fly your MCX indoors. For your first takeoff, slowly advance the throttle stick until the Blade MCX is hovering just a few inches off the floor. As you will see, the Blade MCX requires very small throttle adjustments to maintain its position in a hover. Making throttle adjustments too quickly could cause you to lose control when you first start flying. With the helicopter established in a low-level hover, check to see if any trim adjustments are needed. If the aircraft drifts in any direction without control input, you will need to land and make trim adjustments in the opposite direction of the drift until the drifting stops. If the aircraft is drifting sideways, you will need to adjust the aileron trim under the right control stick. If you find yourself drifting forward or backward, you will need to adjust the elevator trim next to the right control stick. If the nose drifts to the left or the right, adjust the rudder trim under the left control stick. Do not try to make these trim adjustments in the air during your first few flights. Always land and make small trim corrections until you can hover at low level with little or no drifting. With the Blade MCX, trim for a stable hover at low level, approximately 2 to 3 feet, practice using the elevator, rudder, and aileron controls to get a feel for how the helicopter responds. If at any time you feel you may be drifting into an obstacle, pull the throttle all the way off. A slightly rough landing is much better than allowing the helicopter blades to impact a person or object. After you've become comfortable flying the Blade MCX at low level, you can transition to a higher 3 to 4 foot hover and practice the same maneuvers that you did at the low level to get a feel for how the helicopter behaves out of ground effect. If you ever feel like you're drifting out of control, simply release the right stick. If you have properly trimmed the heli, the inherent stability of the coaxial counter-rotating blades will stop the drift on its own. After you have gained experience flying the Blade MCX at higher levels, you can try your hand at some advanced maneuvers like pirouettes, spot landings, forward flight, and backward flight. You can even fly with fellow Blade MCX pilots. Remember, your Blade MCX is a full hobby-grade heli with a full line of replacement parts and optional accessories. The Blade MCX is very durable. However, in the unlikely need of a repair, please refer to your instruction manual for the necessary replacement part. The Blade MCX is easily repairable and fun to fix. Visit your local e-flite dealer for replacement parts or optional accessories. But your fun doesn't stop there. When it's time to take the next step up from the Blade MCX, there's the e-flite Blade CX2. Like the Blade MCX, the Blade CX2 is a completely ready-to-fly micro heli that includes a transmitter, battery pack, and charger. Like the MCX, it features the coaxial counter-rotating blades that will allow you to continue to master the basics with a larger size heli. In addition, the CX2 has many optional parts that will allow you to customize your Blade experience. Now that you've experienced the basics of heli flight, the Blade CP Plus will allow you to transition into this heli capable of more advanced maneuvers. The Blade CP Plus is a complete, ready-to-fly micro heli that includes a transmitter, battery pack, and DC charger. But because it uses a conventional single main rotor and tail rotor design, it can fly faster and perform much more aggressive maneuvers. After you've mastered the Blade CP, you can try your hand at aerobatics with the Blade CP Pro 2. It comes out of the box with features normally found on more expensive micro heli kits you would have to build. It features lightning-quick cyclic response of CCPM with digital sub-micro servos and Bell-Hiller mixing, the agility of symmetrical main rotor blades, a heading lock gyro for locked-in tail control, and it also includes a 6-channel 2.4 GHz DSM-2 transmitter. For red-hot micro-heli aerobatics in about the time it takes for you to charge a battery pack, nothing can touch the cutting-edge Blade CP Pro 2. The Blade 400 3D is designed to give intermediate to advanced heli pilots a ready-to-fly experience like no other. It comes 100% factory-built and tested so you can get flying right away. There's nothing left to assemble or set up. The Blade 400 3D is ready for hovering and 3D aerobatics as soon as you finish charging the battery. And you can fly it just about anywhere, anytime, thanks to the included Spectrum 2.4 GHz DX6i radio. You also get the benefit of the DX6i's advanced DSM-2 protocol that provides the kind of locked-in, solid response that will let you fly even the most demanding 3D maneuvers with absolute precision. We hope you will enjoy flying the Blade MCX. While this video has covered a few of the pre-flight and flying basics, be sure to read the manual completely before flying. This will help ensure that you have a successful and rewarding first flight experience that will prepare you for even more flying fun in the future. To learn more about the Blade MCX or to stay up to date on the latest products, bulletins, and updates, visit us online at www.e-fliterc.com.